Usually when we talk about fitness, we talk about it in relation to our aesthetic goals or performance goals, but it's also really integral to your overall health. And we're going to talk about how and why it should be looked at that way. In this episode, we'll talk about its role in preventative healthcare, in health management and recovering from any issues, and also its role in mental health.
3, 2, 1, yeah!
Welcome back to another episode of the Helix Healthcast. I'm your host, Zach Morgan, and I'm really excited to get into today's topic because I think this is an important one. It's an important conversation to have. We are going to talk about fitness and its role in healthcare. We often look at healthcare and fitness as two separate things. We look at fitness as its own category, but really it should be considered part of someone's overall healthcare regimen. Usually when we talk about fitness, we talk about it in relation to our aesthetic goals or performance goals, but it's also really integral to your overall health. And we're going to talk about how and why it should be looked at that way. In this episode, we'll talk about its role in preventative healthcare, in health management and recovering from any issues, and also its role in mental health, because that should also be considered part of someone's overall healthcare. Healthcare shouldn't just be limited to treating illnesses and ailments. That's usually how we look at it. Often healthcare is talked about in how we can treat problems, but if we can prevent them from happening, that's going to be part of someone's overall healthcare, and fitness is going to be a big part of that. True healthcare really does encompass your overall physical, mental, and emotional well-being, and fitness is going to help address all of those aspects. So it's an important component to a holistic approach to health. So let's talk about fitness and its role in overall health. We're going to get a little bit into the science, but I really just want to kind of cover the basics. First off, fitness is going to be integral to your cardiovascular health. We already know that regular exercise strengthens the heart, improves your blood circulation, and it's going to lower the risk of heart disease. This is one of the most talked about benefits that we know about, and that is why fitness is a big component in healthcare. It's going to help reduce your blood pressure, lower your LDL cholesterol, which is the bad cholesterol that we don't want, but also raise your HDL cholesterol, which is the good cholesterol that we do want higher levels of. It's also going to help contribute to weight management. Fitness is going to play a pivotal role in achieving a healthy weight. It's going to help you with overall body composition and make sure that you are at whatever weight is healthy for you. I don't want to put a number on it. I think things like the BMI are, to be honest, complete bullshit. There's no single weight that's healthy for everyone. There's really shouldn't be a set standard, but you are going to achieve a better, healthier body composition through fitness. It's going to help us burn calories, build lean muscle, increase your metabolic rate, and just help you be healthier overall. It's also going to help us increase our strength and endurance. Engaging in strength training and resistance exercises is going to not only strengthen our muscles, but also our joints. That's going to improve your functional fitness. It's going to help prevent injuries and just help you live a more active lifestyle and help you deal with everyday activities, making sure you're not getting hurt while you're picking up the kids or carrying your groceries. Strength training is also going to increase bone density, which is going to help prevent injuries and issues like osteoporosis. And it's also just going to, like I said, improve your quality of life. The more fit you are, the healthier you are, the more you're going to be able to do, the better life you're going to be able to live. I don't want you to be limited in your options because you don't have the fitness to go do something that you want to do. If your friends are inviting you to the beach or to go on a hike, I want you to be able to do it without any concerns. Fitness is also, we kind of covered this a little bit, but it's also going to be really important in preventative healthcare. Like I said earlier, we often talk about healthcare and talk about it as dealing with issues that have already happened. How can we heal this injury or recover from this disease? But if we can prevent them from happening, then we can kind of skip all that. We can't prevent everything from happening. You're obviously still going to have health issues, especially as you age. We can't stop everything bad from happening, but we can definitely lower the risk and lower the rates of some of these health issues through fitness. A big one that we can help lower the risk of is type 2 diabetes. Regular physical activity is going to help you regulate your blood sugar levels. It's going to help reduce the risk of that type 2 diabetes. It's also going to improve your insulin sensitivity in those already diagnosed, which can help prevent further complications. So even in the case that we can't prevent someone from getting type 2 diabetes, we can help prevent there being further complications. A big one is loss of limbs that people get if they have poor circulation. Fitness is going to help increase your blood flow, increase circulation, and hopefully help prevent some of those complications from type 2 diabetes and help you manage it. Another big thing that I mentioned earlier that fitness is going to help is reducing the risk of osteoporosis. Strength training especially improves bone density, and it's going to help you have stronger bones and stronger joints as you age, and hopefully prevent some of that wear and tear and help prevent some fractures or broken bones that you might get from osteoporosis or from just weakening your bone density. So strength training is going to be a really important factor in preventing osteoporosis as you age. Engaging in regular physical activity is also going to lower the risk of premature death by up to 30%. So it's going to really cover everything. The Center for Disease Control estimates that it reduces the risk by about 30%. So engaging in physical activity is just going to help prevent you from any health issues that might arise as you age, like, again, diabetes, osteoporosis, heart issues, lung issues, respiratory issues. Regular exercise has also been associated with a risk reduction of 20 to 30% for breast cancer or colon cancer. That's according to the American Cancer Society. Obviously, we can't prevent all forms of cancer and can't guarantee that you won't get it just because you work out, but you can definitely lower your risk of getting it, and you can deal with it better if you are in better shape. You're going to be able to deal with some of the treatments a little bit better. So exercise is going to help you with that too. It'll also just help prevent some of those injuries that we get just through living life. The more mobile and strong and stable your joints are, your muscles are, then the less likely they are to get hurt doing everyday activities. If you fall, you're more likely to bounce back up. If you get, hopefully not, but if you get in a car accident, you're going to be able to deal with the impact a little bit better. And just those random risks that we deal with every day when we're out and about in our normal life, hopefully you'll be able to lower the risk of major injury from those. Preventing injuries, preventing health issues is great, but like I said, sometimes we can't prevent it. Things are going to happen, and fitness can help you recover or deal with some of those health issues and just be a lot better about your overall health. So let's talk a little bit about that. One thing it can help a lot with is anyone recovering from a heart attack. Cardiac rehabilitation should involve exercise as a big part of that program for any individuals who have suffered a heart attack. Fitness can help you strengthen your heart muscles, improve cardiovascular function, and help you bounce back from that heart attack a little bit better and reduce the risk of it happening again. The American Heart Association has estimated that regular exercise can reduce the risk of future heart attacks or heart events by up to 45%. That is a huge, huge margin. So if anyone has suffered a heart attack, if you or anyone you know, make sure they're getting some regular exercise, make sure they're staying fit, because often people get the worst complications from that second or third event. You know, obviously a heart attack is bad no matter what, but it's the future heart attacks that are even harder to recover from. So if we can hopefully prevent it from happening again, you're going to be in much better health and in much better shape. It can also help anyone recovering from a stroke. Exercise should be a crucial component of the rehabilitation to help you regain strength, mobility, coordination. Obviously, there are levels of stroke. You know, some people just lose a little bit of feeling. Some people really lose a lot of their coordination. And so you're going to have to find what you can do. You're probably going to have to modify a lot as you come back from it, because you're going to be regaining that strength and coordination, but regular exercise is going to help you get it back faster, get back to full function, or whatever full is going to be for you, get back to, you know, living your life. It's also going to reduce the risk of a reoccurrence by about 20 to 30%, according to the World Stroke Organization. So again, while I hope none of you ever get a stroke, I want to make sure that you're able to recover from it and hopefully prevent it from happening again. And exercise is going to be a big factor in that. It's also going to promote neuroplasticity, which is basically the brain's ability to rewire and adapt after a stroke. So even if a part of your brain is unable to fully recover, your brain is pretty amazing. Our bodies are pretty great at healing as long as we give them the right tools. And exercise is going to promote that neuroplasticity to help it kind of rewire itself to be able to regain some of those functions by using a different part of the brain. I mentioned this earlier, but exercise is also going to really help anyone who's trying to manage their diabetes. Exercise will help you regulate your blood sugar levels by increasing insulin sensitivity. So regular physical activity can lower those blood glucose levels, reducing the need for medication. I'm not saying eliminating the need for medication, but you can reduce the need for it by engaging in regular exercise. It's also, as I said earlier, going to help prevent further complications, such as neuropathy or cardiovascular disease. So making sure you're having good blood flow, making sure you're regulating your insulin sensitivity and your blood glucose levels through exercise can help prevent us from getting some of those complications that might come later. It can also help anyone recovering from joint or bone injuries. We already know that usually if you deal with some kind of injury, you're going to go see a physical therapist, and physical therapists are great at helping you come back from that injury to recover from a surgery. But usually that physical therapy ends, and you want to make sure you're staying on top of your fitness, making sure you're continuing to get stronger and more mobile. Insurance is only going to pay for physical therapy for so long before they stop paying for it. And so finding an exercise routine that's going to help you continue that progress that the physical therapist has helped you make. So it'll help you bounce back. It'll help you avoid re-injury. I have had 4 knee surgeries, 2 on each. Part of it was due to some congenital defects in my meniscus, but also just years of wear and tear, some sports injuries. So I had a lot of knee injuries. And a lot of people are pretty surprised that I'm able to squat and work out the way I do, but it took me a long time to get there because what I really wanted to focus on is strengthening everything around those knees so that they're protected. So having stronger legs, having stronger joints, having more mobile joints is going to help you make sure that you're able to live life to do more things without as high a risk of re-injury. So that is how fitness can help you deal with some of those physical issues. But I also want to talk a little bit about fitness and its role in mental health. Because what's the point of being physically healthy if you don't have your mental health? Something that we're all working on and we can all get better at, and fitness is going to help with that. The first thing fitness can really help with stress reduction. I myself found fitness because I was going through some stressful times in my life, and the biggest difference that fitness made was helping me deal with that stress, helping me be a happier, more productive person. Physical activity is going to trigger the release of endorphins, which is going to help you lift your mood. It can also help reduce stress, anxiety, and it's going to help you relax and just overall be a less stressed, happier person. It can also help you improve sleep, which is going to be integral to your mental health. I know myself, anytime I don't get a good night's sleep, my mental health definitely suffers. And being more physically fit is going to help you alleviate some issues like insomnia. It's going to promote a deeper, more restorative sleep cycle. So fitness is going to help you sleep better so that you can wake up feeling good. It's also going to help improve cognitive function. It's going to have a positive impact on your memory, your concentration, your problem-solving skills, especially as you age. Cognitive function tends to decline with age, but fitness is going to help you maintain that or hold on to as much as you can. It's also going to help you with mood regulation. It can alleviate some of the symptoms of depression and anxiety. You should still see a mental health professional if you are dealing with those issues. Fitness is not going to cure your depression or anxiety, but it can, as I said, help alleviate some of the symptoms. It can help you deal with it better. It should be a part of your overall mental health approach, but it's not going to solve every problem. So, don't think that going to the gym is just going to make your problems go away. It might help distract you for a little bit, but it's not going to make them go away. It will help with production of neurotransmitters like serotonin, norepinephrine, which are associated with an improved mood. So it can help you deal with some of those symptoms of depression and anxiety. Fitness also, for me and for a lot of people that I've seen, is just going to help you with self-esteem and confidence. Whenever I'm working out, when I feel like I'm getting stronger, when I feel like I'm getting better, I feel like a more confident person. That confidence is going to carry over into everything I do in life. When I feel like I'm putting in that work, when I'm working hard, when I'm really focused on getting better at something, it makes me feel good about myself. So it's going to have a ripple effect on your confidence and your self-esteem in all aspects of life. And the last mental health aspect that fitness can help with is just your social connections. When I moved to LA, didn't know a lot of people. I thankfully found a really great gym to join. And that is where I made some of my best friends. When you're all in a class together or at a gym together, working out together, you tend to bond as a product of that hard work. And it's also where you're going to find people who value good health, fitness, and hard work. So fitness is a great way to make some social connections and help improve your mental health through those social connections. That is what I've got planned out for today. As far as fitness and its role in healthcare, I could talk a lot more about some of these, and it's a conversation that I do want to continue to have both on this podcast and just in person with anyone. So if you want to know what I think about this, feel free to ask. I will probably go on a long rant till you're tired of me talking, but fitness really should be a part of your overall healthcare regimen. Thankfully, fitness is now starting to be recognized a little bit more as a part of healthcare and not as something separate, but there is still a long way to go. A lot of doctors are becoming more educated on how they can help their patients integrate fitness into their healthcare routine, but it's something that we need to continue to do, and it's something that you need to continue to be proactive about. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to us at podcast@helixgyms.com. We always love to hear your feedback. I would love to hear any questions that you want to hear answered on this podcast. And if you want to support us, this is where I'm going to plug a few things. So if you don't want to support us, you can move on to the next episode. But if you do want to support us, I would love it if you could subscribe, leave us a rating. It would really help us. You can also check us out. Our website is www.helixgyms.com. We've got a merch shop. We've got some ebooks that are going up. We've got one up and more coming. And you can also follow our programming. So if you do want to integrate fitness into your healthcare routine and you're not sure of what to do when you're at the gym and you don't live close enough to come to us, you can follow our programming online. There's a link on our website where you can check it out. It's $20 a month, but you get the first week free so you can see what it's like. Follow it along. It's got video demos. You can message us if you have any questions about it. And it also allows you to track your progress and see how much stronger and better you're getting. I will see you all in the next episode. Have a great day.